Morning, early dose. A little bit windy. We're going to take it on the beach, but it got windy, so I'm going to take a little side street here and avoid. It's been windy here lately. It's been nice, beautiful. Sky's blue, early morning, quiet on the walk. And I'll tell you what, after yesterday asking you about if you're taking care of yourself or not, if you're taking enough care of yourself, I was a bit taken back actually by and surprised at how many people are not taking enough care of themselves. Well, maybe not surprised. I know there's lots of reasons, and I'm going to give you three reasons. Three of the main reasons why that most people are not taking care of themselves. Most people, at least the ones that had answered, maybe this you can relate to, especially if you feel like you're not taking enough care of yourself. Three reasons. And why am I the expert of this? Well, people reach out to me because they want help getting on a path to taking better care of themselves, losing weight, right? Building in better habits, getting stronger, fitter, looking better in clothes, looking better without clothes, those types of things. And there's three reasons. I'm going to go over those with you in a minute. If you're watching this as a normal routine, let me know. What happens with these videos is when you engage, you like, love, whatever you share. Kind of like if you ever watch YouTube. I've been watching some YouTube videos and they always say, hey, subscribe, subscribe. Well, you can definitely receive notifications here when I go live so you don't miss them. This one I'm doing a little early, so if you're catching this and you're looking for my 8 a.m., here it is early, a little bit earlier. I actually had to multitask. I got Owen with me. I have a guy, we have one of those vacuum systems in our house, kind of like a central vac, and the guy's coming at 8 o'clock. That's the only time he could come. So I needed to be available. So I'm doing a little multitasking, doing my daily dose early, getting the dog walked, and getting ready for my day. So here are the three reasons. Oh, these are beautiful. Before we go into those three reasons, this is going to be something. Sometimes you need to just stop and not smell because I don't think these have a smell, but these are really beautiful. Check out these flowers. Check out this. This is just for you. This is just for you. How about that? Beautiful. Here's another one. Beautiful sunflowers. There's a whole bunch of them here. That one's for you. You don't like that one? I got another one. Let's go over here. There's one here for you. Right there. Is that beautiful? Absolutely beautiful. Okay, let's go back here. So here we go. Reason number one. It's just not that important to you. It really isn't. Like that's probably the biggest one is, a lot of times I hear people, they say, well, you only live once. We're going to die someday. Might as well do whatever we want. Life is short. So forth. Yeah. And actually, if you stop taking care of yourself or don't take care of yourself, it can even be shorter. So you can grant that wish for sure. So that's one of the things as far as just not caring enough. Just honestly, it's not important to you enough because you hear that saying, if it's important to you, you'll find a way. If not, you'll just find another excuse. So that's the first reason. It's just not important to you. You can admit it. It's fine. But maybe it's catching up to you. Maybe the problem is that it's catching up to you now and you're realizing, dang, I haven't made it an important thing in my life. I haven't made taking care of me important. And now I have to. I'm forced to. My doctor's telling me I need to be on medication. My aches and pains are getting worse and worse. No longer is that cocktail in the evening enough to kind of break. Unfortunately, that put instead of breaking the pain pathways, an extra, cocktail or two, or maybe some of the Advil you've been popping, or pain prescription medication, maybe, as those are some of the things just aren't working anymore. And you realize when you're getting older, right? So now it's starting to become more important, and that's a good thing. The good news is you can start and change. So what to do about importance? You got to realize what you want most. You want to just kind of live like you were in college years and you're in your 50s? Fine, go for it. You're going to face the consequences, I can tell you, because I meet people and I help people that actually have been struggling and are struggling, and they choose to get help. And that being me is one of the ways to get help. So that's the first one. It's just not important to you. The second thing is you're a hard worker. You're working really hard. So the reason The other thing, this is a legit reason. I'm not calling this excuse, but this is a reason. Is that you work very hard. Maybe you and your spouse work. Now, you can, if you're not working and you're not taking care of yourself, then we're going to have another conversation. But and one of the reasons I know for a lot of people is you're working really hard. You got to get up, you got to go to work, you got to put food on the table, right? So you're not taking care of yourself because you got obligations. And maybe your current lifestyle, you have to work in order to live the current lifestyle you have, right? Whether that's the current neighborhood that you live in, the type of car that you drive. Maybe your kids go to a private school and you pay for private school. Maybe you want them to go to a fancy college and spend a lot of money on that, and you got to work hard, right? You want to enjoy nice things, maybe restaurants, maybe go out and have vacations. You have a certain lifestyle, right? So you got to work hard for that. That's a priority. Well, unfortunately, then that takes a toll on you taking care of yourself because it won't get done if you don't make the money, right? So you're working hard. So what do? You got to realize, is it all that worth it? I've, there's definitely times in the past, and in part actually, when I owned the gym, part of me selling it was beating me up. It was beating me down. It was something. It was like I'd be willing to just live a different lifestyle. And we had to. We were forced to for a little while. We still lived in the same house. Fortunately, we were able to get by, but it was definitely a struggle. But it was worth the struggle because we were able to take better care of ourselves in the process. And that's the thing you got to realize is what's all this work? Why are you working so hard? Why are you working 2, 3 jobs if you're feeling like crap the time that you're not working, or you're feeling like crap during the time you're working and when you're not working? Like, is it all that worth it? Like, I can't tell you when I work in, we're gonna go on the other side of the street because let me go over here because the sprinkler's on and Owen does not like the sprinkler, so he was already looking at me and looking across the street. So we're gonna cross the street. So, here we are um, with looking at your hard work. As a personal trainer for 20 years, I can't tell you how many people I've met super successful, made tons of money, retired, sometimes even young, retired early. And the one thing they said is, man, I really wish I took better care of myself. And I was so worried about making all this money. And now I'm forced to take all these pills, and I would have doctor's appointments, and I'm overweight, and I'm high blood pressure, and I have to have surgery on my knees because they're messed up. And I sat at the desk, so I have back problems, and it's a vicious cycle. And then they're forced to take care of themselves. So that's the second thing. And then the third thing, which kind of goes in lines with the work, but it's not just work, because you can definitely, I know people that don't work, but are super, super busy. Mark, I'm just too busy. Mark, I'm just too busy. I just don't have the time. I'm just too busy. Well, here's the crazy thing is busyness can beat you down. Busyness can get the best of you. It's easy because you feel like there's a sense of value when you're busy, right? If you're taking care of other people's needs, you got to take the kids here and there. These are obligations as a parent, blah, 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 all those types of things. Don't get me wrong, I'm not to discount those, but busyness can be your worst enemy when it comes to taking care of your personal health. So those are the three things. So what do you do when it comes to your busyness? Again, the way to help take better care of yourself is actually to realize that you gotta maybe make an inventory on how busy you are and really how important it is to you. That's the one big thing. This is a beautiful little walk right here, isn't it? Got a nice walk. The beach is we're going by the beach, but you can see I'm actually doing a little circle. Good morning to you, Marianne. Good morning, Debbie. The beach is right there, but it's a bit windy and it's probably going to be loud, so I'm just going to cut down the side street. I truly live in a beautiful neighborhood, although everybody's moving to Florida. I'll tell you what, housing is getting less and less. It's getting harder to move here. Fortunately for me, the home values are going up and up and up. That's a good thing. But busyness, yeah, that's the third. So let's review. Does any of these sound familiar? If they do, I'd love to hear your thoughts. Is busyness one of the reasons why you're not taking enough or better care of yourself? Is your work, is your hard work and hard job that you have and all the time you have to spend in there? Or is it that you just don't simply care enough? It's not really important to you enough to take better care of yourself. So I hope one of those three things maybe is resonating, especially if you're one that posted yesterday that you're not taking enough care of yourself.
And then my question to you is, how long are you going to go by and live life not taking care of yourself? Like how long are you going to last? How long is your body going to be able to withstand without breaking down? That's my question to you is, how long is it going to be before you realize there's going to be a give and take? If you're giving, don't get me wrong. My wife and I were talking about this last night. It's been a full week. We got a lot of things going on this month. Good things and just a lot of full things. You know, birthdays and anniversaries, but also just family stuff and life stuff and business stuff. It's just a lot. It's all good. But man, sometimes you feel like you're just pouring out. And I told my wife, man, I was like, yesterday we went for a bike ride, and I was like, I'm so thankful for this bike ride. And it was a time where we can just reflect on how much just giving. She's a nurse practitioner. She sees patients all day. So she's giving to people for 8 hours a day, every day, 40 plus hours a week. And it's hard. And it's hard. But I can tell you, you know where she was at this morning? At 4:30 or 5:30 in the morning, she was at the gym taking care of herself. She took an hour out. It's a priority for her now. And that's my question to you is, how long are you going to not take care of yourself? I don't understand how it's not more valuable to you. How maybe having a great vacation is awesome. To be able to afford it by working hard, that's fantastic. I love that too. But what if you go on a vacation, you feel like crap the whole time, you don't want to take pictures with your family because you're out of shape and you're overweight. You can't do the fun active things because you're you're out of shape and overweight. You really are not enjoying yourself because you have back problems because you've been sitting at a desk and it's getting pretty windy here. And that's something that it's kind of quality. Yeah, I want to have quantity, but quality, right? You want quality of life? That's my question to you today. So, tell you what, if any of these resonated with you, Marianne or Debbie or Robin or anybody else, if you're watching this live, even for those of you who are just peeping and not saying anything, not engaging, thank you as well for watching. I hope this was helpful. 3 reasons why you're not taking enough care of yourself. And what to do. What to do is to actually just take a look. Is it all that worth it? Any of those 3 things. Whether it's just not important to you. Now, if you just don't care, if you don't give a rip, you probably don't want to follow me anymore because you're going to get pissed off. Because all I'm going to do is to push and to push and to push the button for those of you who are not taking care of yourselves to actually take action steps and start taking care of yourselves. And if you're busy and if you're working hard, those are all good things, right? But if you're suffering and struggling in the process, then that's not a good thing. So anyway, that's all I have. Take care. Have a blessed day, and I hope this helped. Talk to you soon.